everyone, it's Grace. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a very long time, but today I thought I would share with you my top 5 uncommon tips and kind of tricks of how to get some glute gains or just building up that muscle in general. I know that building up the glutes is what a lot of women want to do right now, and I think that there's a lot of really great information out there already on this topic, but I just thought I would bring a couple of fresh, maybe new ideas that you haven't heard of before into your mind, just so that you can carry them around with you when you go to the gym, when you go for workouts, stuff like that. I am on fall break right now for a few days. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And so this is when I had time to sit down and talk to you guys. So, if you are interested in hearing these 5 uncommon tips for working out, then just keep on watching. Okay, so my first tip is to always make sure that you are activating your glutes before you start doing your glute workout. So this is the band that I use for glute activation. It's just like an ankle resistance band, but I wrap it around my thighs. I'll go ahead and play a little sample that I filmed for you guys of kind of just like a sample activation routine and talk to you about why I do that more in the video.
And now we're at the gym. So I'm just using a resistance band for this activation and to complete these moves because it really causes me to put more stress on the muscles I'm trying to focus on. So it's really important to activate your glutes beforehand. That way you'll rely on them more throughout your workout. The major muscle group of the glutes is the gluteus maximus. So during an activation routine, you really want to hit it from all angles. This is just a little sample activation routine. I do have something already up that's similar. If you want a full and in-depth routine, I'll just put the info cards up for you in this video, and it'll be a lot more informative of a routine. But in this, I'm just showing you some squats, some curtsy lunges using the resistance band, and a couple other moves. I do side-to-side squat walks with it around my ankles, and then I do some kickbacks. I find that these moves in particular have really been helpful and efficient for me when I've been trying to activate my glutes, so that's what I've been doing lately.
Wish you could change me. Why you mad, girl? Why you angry? Yeah, why you angry? Back and forth, you love, you hate me, arguing about the same things.
And also, just really quick, the goal of activation is not to fatigue your muscles all the way to exhaustion, but just to get them working just enough where you're going to rely on them more throughout your workout routine.
Tip is to either work out barefoot in socks, of course, because it's a little gross to be barefoot in a gym unless it's like a home gym or something, or wear some really flat shoes. If I do wear shoes, it's because I'm going to be doing a bit more cardio that day and I need more support from my feet. So when I do wear shoes, I wear something like this. It's very flat. There's not a very big heel. These are by Innovate, and I think that they make some really great like shoes. They're designed for CrossFit, so they're very light, they're not heavy, and they don't have really much to them, so it's just very flat, so you're still gonna get that really good ground to leg connection. The really important thing about being barefoot or wearing really flat shoes is you're gonna have to use the back of your legs a lot more. If you have shoes that have like an elevated heel, you're not gonna be really focusing on the back of your legs as much because you have that support. So without having that there, it really will change your whole glute workout. I remember the first time I went barefoot, my hamstrings and my glutes were so much more sore the next day because it really gives you a deeper connection and will work your legs so much more from top to bottom. So my next tip for you girls who want to, or guys who want to build up your glutes, is you have to eat more. If you are doing a cut, you are sure, you're going to work that muscle, but if you really want to gain and get a rounded, bigger butt or glutes, you're gonna have to eat more. So you're gonna have to do a bulk to get to that point. Eating a really low calorie diet isn't going to help you build and gain weight in your glutes. And a lot of diets out there, are for weight loss. But if you want glutes, you're gonna have to work on weight gain. So you need to really find out what macro proportion works best for you of how to do that. But in general, just figure out an accurate way of how much calories your body needs just at a base level, and then you're gonna have to eat more than that base level in order to gain some glutes, which is not really something that people like to hear, because people want to be losing weight and gaining a big butt, but that's just not reality. That's not how eating and working out works. You have to gain in order to get bigger. So something to keep in mind: eat more carbohydrates, of course, keep your lean proteins up, your fat intake, all of these things, those macronutrients work together to help you get to that place. So I also don't recommend cutting out any particular macronutrient group, because you're going to be depriving your body of something that it needs. I'm not a professional dietitian yet. I am in school for it, so we talk a lot about the importance of making sure that you are getting all of those 3 macronutrients in the amount that you need. So I really do encourage you to pay attention to that, especially if you are trying to gain. This next tip I have for you is you want to tread lightly with this, and it's to do a lighter form of cardio. So doing things like sprinting or running for a really long amount of time, really great for your body. There's tons of scientific research done on it that really does show to help your body and help your performance. But if you are trying to gain in your glutes, you're gonna need to tone down your cardio and focus more on building. So types of cardio that you still can do, because it is very important to get that anaerobic exercise in, to get that heart rate up and pumping. And I mean, when you do complex movements with your muscles, so doing things like squats or lunges, really just any kind of complex move that works more than one muscle group, it is going to get your heart rate pumping, as well as the pace that you do it at. So I know doing supersets is a really great way to get in cardiovascular exercise, but if you still want more of a traditional kind of cardiovascular routine, I do recommend doing incline walking, not for a very long extended period of time, maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes, nothing really too crazy. That would be like my max. Also, going on hikes is a great way and to get outside and be adventurous and naturey, but also getting in a kind of cardio that isn't really going to take away from your goals, but kind of just add on top of it. Also, doing the stair machine is a great idea, because you are going to be working your legs when you do something like that. Same with incline walks, you're really going to be working the back of your legs. So my last tip is for squatting. And I know that, you're not just know that you're not going to get your ideal glutes and your ideal look just by doing squats. You're going to need to do a ton of complex moves and routines to help build that up. However, squatting is a really big and really, easy way to work that muscle group if you do it the right way. A lot of times, if you don't squat the right way, you're just going to be working your thighs, which is fine if you just want a leg day. But if you're working on those glutes, you really want to make sure, one, that you're activating beforehand. That's why activation is my number 1 tip for people who want to get gains. But two, the second part of that kind of squatting thing is that you really want to make sure that you're squatting in the right position. So for me, I know what works is having a wider stance, and I'll demo that for you right now.
Okay, we are back at the gym. I'm just going to be showing you the position that I use when I squat. So what I do is I make my legs wider than hip distance, and I make sure to turn my toes facing outwards. So I squat down as low as I can. I really make sure that I'm pushing with my heels into the ground when I'm at the lowest position, and then I'm squeezing up at the top. Doing this wider stance for me really helps to get my glute muscles and really fatigue them down. And here I'm just showing you that I was doing it barefoot in my lovely mismatched socks.
Okay, everyone, so that concludes my top 5 kind of uncommon tips for gaining some glutes. I know I haven't filmed in a really long time, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to get back into a flow of it, but this is just an idea that I had in my head, and I thought might as well go for it. I have a whole workout routine that I made that I'm probably going to share with you pretty soon here. That really does focus on the glutes. I've given this to a lot of friends and they love it. And it works for guys as well. So I'll try and share that with you all soon. It is pretty intense, but I think it does work really well. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed these uncommon tips. I know that they probably have been talked about before, but I just wanted to put them all in one little compilation. You know, of course, do whatever works best for your body. Just make sure you are taking proper care of yourself and you're making sure that you're doing everything in a healthy, positive way. And I hope to see you guys soon. And, you know, comment any ideas that you have in the down bar for me, and I will get back, or just filming, hopefully soon. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.